back. Today we're looking at Cyberlens on TryHackMe. It's a new box made by Tyler Ramsey. I did already write a Medium post on this. So if you check out medium.com/overgrowncarrot1 or Ryan Yeager, either one, yeah, I think it's /Ryan Yeager. That's not how you spell my name. Yager. I think it's like that. Nope, that's not it either. Let's just try Google it. There we go. So if you look at this, overgrowncarrot1.medium.com, I did actually just release, there it is, TryHackMe Cyberlens. This just came out, 3 minutes or an hour ago, I mean. So let's go ahead and start this off here. So we'll start off with let's throw Cyberlens.thm because it says right here, right? Boom. Okay. And Etsy host. So we'll copy that. We'll do a quick sudo nano Etsy host. Let's go ahead and we'll just, whoops, I want to delete. I don't know where's delete at on this keyboard. Why am I having so many problems? Oh, because numlock is on. Is that why? Yeah, I think it's because numlock's on, so we're just going to go ahead and let's do it this way. There we go. So we should be able to rust scan now for Cyberlens.thm. We see that port 80 is open. We see 7680. We see some SMB working here, right? So we could try something like enum for Linux or something like that, right? I do like using enum for Linux NG now. It works a lot better. But we also see this 6117 like right here. Now 4000s and 5000s are pretty normal for RPC. However, 6000 is not. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We can do an mmap attack piece 61777 for Cyberlens.thm. Tell it not to ping it. We'll do a very verbose. All right, we see that SMB isn't really getting us very far. We got Windows Server 2019, it looks like, or it might be Windows 10 or 2016. We do have a NetBIOS native Cyberlens. We can also check that with netexec. We say NXE SMB Cyberlens.thm. We can say anonymous, guest, whatever you want to say. All right, we can do something like that, right? We can also try to see if shares are open. We can try something like that, right? See if we can read like IPC or anything like that. But what we do see up here is HTTP title of Apache Tika 1.17 server, right? We do see that as Cyberlens out here also. So computer name is definitely Cyberlens. All right, so, and it's x64. So it says Windows 10. Might also be a server, we don't know. So, but we do see this Tika, so let's go ahead and search exploit that. And we do get this very first one from Metasploit, right? I did try this Python one. I just didn't really like how it worked. So I decided let's go ahead and do the Metasploit one. And that one worked really well for me. So let's go into MSF console. We'll go ahead and we'll search for Tika there, right? Once this decides to open up. Attack Q, all it does is just gets rid of the batter. In case everyone wonders why I always put attack Q there. It just gets rid of the batter. Search for Tika, we'll use 0. We'll show our options, right? So it looks like we need to change the R port, give it an R host, and we also need to change our L host, right? So let's set our L host to ton 0. Let's set our R host to Cyberlens.thm and set our R port to 61777, right? So you want to run that, see what happens. It's going to take a minute to run. It's doing its thing. Now, if you do this by hand, one thing is you might have to run the exploit multiple times. We're going to get a Meterpreter shell back, which I don't really like Meterpreter shells very much. I like them, but at the same time I don't if I'm trying to do like enumeration, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and make a directory ctemp. We'll cd into there. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll start the Python server over here. And we'll grab my IP address again. And we'll hop over to PowerShell. And from here, all we're going to do is we're just going to grab netcat. So we might as well start up like an RL wrap on port 445, we'll say. Right, so we'll start up our listener. Right, and then we'll do a wget. Now I already do have NC64 on here, obviously. If you don't, you're going to have to go out to GitHub and grab the executable for netcat64. All right, but we do also know that's a 64-bit, right? So we should be able to run it now. Right, and then there we go. Okay, so I just like this shell better, that's all. Okay, so now we're here. Let's go ahead and do a who am I. We can see that we are Cyberlens, who am I /all. And we'll see that, we don't really have any good permissions here. We're not really any great groups here also. Right, nothing up here that we can see that's going to be easy, right? We do have remote desktop users. We are in that group, but we don't know a password. We need quite a few different things, right? So let's go ahead and let's put power up on here and see if we can do anything with that. So we'll start up another Python server, and I'm just going to do an IEX IWR. We'll put this into memory. Use basic parsing in case, even though we've already seen that, we're okay with that. But that's in case Windows Explorer or Internet Explorer has never been started. We'll throw that in there. Power up.ps1. Now this is going to put this into memory, so we can just run it. All right. Invoke all checks. Invoke all checks is part of power up. Right. So as you see, we don't need to like import the module, things like that, if we do an IEX IWR. And that's because it puts it into memory, like I was saying. All right, so we do see that we have this write user add MSI, right? And always install elevated. So we could try that. I've never really had good luck with that one, like right there. Let's go ahead and try this always install elevated. So what we can do with that is we can create a MSF Venom file. All right, I always forget the exact command for it, so we'll go ahead and head over to my notes. So you have to do like MSI execute, quiet, all sort of stuff, right? So always install elevated. There we go. All right. So if I click on my, where is it? Let's see here. Always install elevated. There we go. My notes here. All right. We can go ahead and grab an MSF Venom. Okay. We can put in ton0 for our L host there. We'll just call it shell.msi. That's fine. Then we'll do a quick wget. HTTP, my IP address, which is right here. So this could be a quick stream. Shell.msi, taco, shell.msi. And this video will be coming out in about a week or so. Let's grab a Python server first. There we go. We got a time. Do a dir. Whoops. This video is going to be coming out about a week or so. Give me 1 second. I think one of the kids fell over. All right, the kids are okay. All right, so we see we got this shell.msi over here now, right? So what we can do with that is we can have it always install elevated, which will give us a callback as an elevated shell. So we'll go ahead and we'll start port 445, right? Because that's what we did over here, right? For my L port, for my listening port there. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab this MSI execute. Now I do want to put this over here first because I have to change it, right? Because it's going to be ctemp, right? That's where our file's at, right? Remember, Windows does not care about case sensitivity like Linux does. So once I run this, what should technically happen is we should get called back over here as elevated, which would be NC system. Who am I? We see that we are NC authority system, right? So since this is a, fun video here, we'll do an IEX IWR, use basic parsing. Actually, we'll do a wget. Let's go ahead and cd to ctemp. Right, and we'll go ahead and we'll wget HTTP. mimikatz.exe, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start the web server down here. Let's go ahead and throw mimikatz in there because there is a little thing that I saw in here. Oh, let me see the tools. Try that again. These got to be in the location that the file's at, right? But yeah, there is a little thing in here that Tyler Ramsey actually forgot about also. So we got mimikatz on there. We'll do a, let's see here, we'll go back to command prompt just because it's easier to run it. Mimi.exe. And if we do an LSA dump, LSA/patch, we can see that we have the administrator's hashtag right here. Let's go and grab that. Let's do a secrets dump over here because you'll see something kind of funny in here. We'll do a secrets dump for the administrator, right? And we're actually going to do that with, let's say, oh yeah, I forgot. Delete isn't working like right now. That was it. Where is num-block on this thing? Okay. Let's try that. Nope. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's put his hash in there. We'll say administrator at cyberlens.thm. Now we have that period there because this is a local user, right? That administrator is a local user, right? So if we didn't know, we could say net user. All right, we see administrator. If we do net user/domain, there most likely isn't any. Okay, so we know that's a local user, right? Usually administrator is a local user. All right, domain admin would be the not so local. All right, this is going to drop the hashes, obviously. But what it can also drop is we can also see passwords, things like that, right? We could also hop back into mimi.exe, do some more fun stuff with this, right? We could try like a, let's see here. Not LSA dump. I think it's help. Can we do help? No. Let's see here. I know I got a bunch of mimikatz commands on here. It's in here. No. I know I got a bunch of mimikatz commands. It might actually be in my, I may have not transferred those over yet. They may still be in my, what is it? Cherry tree notes. There's mimikatz right here. Mimikatz commands. There we go. So we could try all of these pretty much if we want to. We could try log on passwords full. See if we have anything like that in here. All right. See if we can see a clear text passwords in here. Not seeing anything so far. We got our hashtag right there. So yeah, I'm not really seeing anything in there, right? We could try to crack those hashes also. Rocky.txt will not crack them. Secrets dump should actually give it to us though. Let's see here. What else could we do? Kerberos not really gonna do anything for us. We could try Vault Cred. That's always fun if you can find something in there. What's this? That's new. I wonder if that's the administrator's password. We could try it. No, not the administrator's password. I don't know what that is for a username like right there. Usually you don't see something like that in there. See what else we can do. Could always do the LSA dump secrets. And you do see actually LSA dump secrets. The default password for Cyberlens is hacksmarter123. I sent it to Tyler Ramsey and I said, really? You know, kind of laughing. And he said, oh, I forgot about that. I guess this is one of his first boxes they ever made. So if you did actually know enough about him, you could actually technically brute force the password like right there. So that's with LSA dump secrets, right? We could try LSA dump cache. See if there's anything in there. Not really seeing much. But, yep, so we do have his password now, so we could technically remote desktop into this guy, right? We could always try it. I haven't actually tried this part yet. I think it's like that, right? Probably should just copy and pasted it, but that's okay. And we can get in like this. So now we're in through remote desktop. And then we can start, do whatever we want there like that. But, I mean, we are our administrator. Yeah, that's something else you could do. If this was a domain, we would obviously use those credentials and throw them across the domain also. See if that user can log in anywhere else, things like that, right? But yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. Pretty simple box. Had a lot of fun doing it. There is probably, if you go to port 80, there is a huge rabbit hole there with the metadata stuff, which I liked a lot. Was stuck on that for like 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes or so, and then realized, like, let's keep looking around, and then found that other port. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all later.